Hello there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist, and welcome to your full moon in Virgo Astronumerology forecast. It happens on the 19th of February at 3:53 p.m. in London, that's Universal Time, 10:53 a.m. New York Eastern, and 8:53 a.m. Pacific Time in LA. Now, Virgo is the sign of healing and health, and the sun is, of course, in Pisces, and it all happens while the sun and moon are opposite each other, of course, at 0 degrees in Pisces and Virgo, which makes it even more amazing. Now, Virgo really asks you to pay attention to details. It rules your intestines, your digestions, the flow of energy in your body. It rules healing of the body, so chiropractic adjustments, osteopathic shifts, massage, reflexology. Pisces rules the feet, so reflexology is amazing, acupuncture, and also healthy eating, exercise. So what you want to focus on initially overall in terms of the Virgo effect here is how you live your life on a daily basis. So you want to pay a lot more attention to what you do day by day. So what is the structure of your day? What does that look like? What do you do first thing in the morning when you get up? Do you exercise every day? What do you do about health? Virgo rules healing and health. Do you fast, meaning go on a fast, or do intermittent fasting? Virgo really loves it when you pay attention to cleaning out your body. And full moons are good for fasting anyways, because it's a culmination of energy. So all those things you want to look at. And then in terms of the sun in Pisces, that's the mystical side of life. That's the side of dreaming and spirituality, compassion, unconditional love, having no boundaries at all, and having a really big vision for your life. You know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune and Pisces govern water, and water is the one element that can reach anywhere. So it is boundless. And so having a big vision is fantastic. And then Virgo helps you to pay meticulous detail on how you're going to implement this vision. Now, a lot of planets, or most of the planets, are in earth and water signs during this full moon, which means you, first of all, want to get out into nature. Earth and water really govern, walking out in nature and maybe spending time in a body of water, near a body of water, or in the mountains or near trees, right? That's really favored. And then the 0 point energy happening at 0 degrees, the 4th consecutive full moon at 0 degrees. There's one more after this. That is powerful in itself because it indicates new beginnings, pressing the reset button. We're in the middle of this big pressing the reset button 5-month period. So you're really undergoing some kind of rebirth somewhere in your life, discovering how to navigate your life in a way that's never been done before. So you don't have a roadmap for this. There is no instruction manual for this. The 0 point energy is brand new. You're the inventor. You're the explorer. You may move to a new location now. You may adopt a new set of values. You may enter a new relationship or adjust a current relationship in a big way. You may shift the direction of your career or up level in your work somehow, in your business if you're an entrepreneur. And now in the last full moon we had, which was that total lunar eclipse in Leo, remember at the end of January, we had the moon and sun square to Uranus, forming a T-square, which brought a lot of unexpected energy and a quest for freedom and exploration. Now, in this full moon, the sun and moon have moved to a sextile and trine to Uranus, and Uranus is merged with Mars, so the sextile and trine is even more activated. And this is actually really positive energy. It's not quite as disruptive, but very fiery, very exciting, very positive forward momentum, fire with Mars and breakthrough energy with Uranus, and a quest for freedom and forward momentum, the courage to move forward with your goals and not take no for an answer, and to trust that new beginnings are good. We all have to start fresh in some point of our life occasionally, and that, yes, it takes courage because, again, you've never navigated these areas before, but exploring this new territory is giving you the ability to design your own roadmap, to be free to do that, right? That's Uranus. Uranus is saying, hey, you now have the independence to be the adventurer, the explorer, the inventor of your life. So don't take directions from others unless what they suggest truly resonates with you. And if you take directions or suggestions to heart from others, then you only want to do so from people you trust that have your best interest at heart, right? That are high vibrational beings. So this Virgo full moon is actually a fabulous time to start a new project, which requires a lot of detail. And that's a little bit of a paradox because full moons are usually culminations and endings. But this one being at the 0 point, as the 3 before and the one next month, is also about new beginnings. So it has a double meaning to it and is even more potent, of course. And then that Uranus-Mars connection brings that forward momentum. Mars rules Aries, remember, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so it always indicates new beginnings. And Mars just left Aries a few days ago and is now in Taurus. On Valentine's Day, Mars entered Taurus. So now you're able to implement. Taurus is an earth sign of implementation and taking responsibility and creating security and using that Uranus-Mars energy to actually manifest something of lasting value. So take the initiative now and go for it. Now, there's a beautiful transit that I need to tell you about that involves 4 planets, including Mercury and Neptune. Mercury being the ruler of Virgo, it's a Virgo full moon. Neptune being the ruler of Pisces, where the sun is opposite the moon. So let's look at that first. So Mercury and Neptune are merged together in Pisces during this full moon, the 2 rulers. And they actually form a double sextile to Venus and Saturn, which are merged together in Capricorn. These are all earth signs. You can see there's a lot of earth energy here. This is so positive and very secure and stable, peaceful energy. So Mercury Neptune makes you very sensitive, very romantic. You want to be gentle and compassionate and kind with how you communicate your words with others, whether it's verbal or written or even through music and dance. All communication is extremely magnetic and romantic as well. So you become the poet and you become very sensual and in how you share your imagination, your ideas. And your imagination actually is very infinite with Neptune, right? It feels boundless and so creative. And it gives you the confidence to share that message with all the imagination intact, all the colors that you see. So now, since Mercury is aligned with the number 14, 14 is the messenger in numerology, and since February is a 14 universal month, we have a very powerful alignment of that messenger, of the scribe, of the person who uses language to romance. This is a very romantic transit, this conjunction in Pisces. So you want to really delve into the poetry of how you use color and nuances in the way you exchange energy between you and another. Every full moon is also about relationships because the sun opposite the moon is masculine opposite feminine and bringing that into balance. There's also this Piscean influence here with Mercury and Neptune in Pisces, and that means the unseen, the mystical, the spiritual, astrology, numerology, anything to do with tarot, Akashic records. Really, this is a great time to study something that is more esoteric. So you can start actually with a free class that I have created on your own star code and just learn about your own birth code, your own birth name. And if you want to do that, just go to blueprintclass.com. It'll give you a really good idea about how vibration impacts you personally. Now, Venus-Saturn is the other conjunction that's sextile to Mercury and Neptune. And Venus-Saturn is companionship. And what's most important in your relationships, sharing your life in a mature way, in a supportive, loving way. So companionship that's built on loyalty and trust and integrity and commitment and responsibility. And that's really, really enhanced when Venus and Saturn come together, especially in Capricorn. It also impacts your career because your career will be more pleasurable. So bring pleasure into your work into how you romance your prospects and clients. Now, Venus governs abundance, Saturn governs manifestation. So manifesting abundance is much more possible during this time. It's easier and it'll leave a lasting impact, create financial flow for you. And then when we merge the two conjunctions, Mercury Neptune in Pisces, Venus Saturn in Capricorn, this is the merging of the heart and the mind, imagination with practical implementation. And it creates incredible growth and it allows you to focus on success. That's much easier now. Like seriously, just get down to basics. Integrate what you focus on. Saturn makes it everlasting. So whatever progress and breakthroughs you make, you're going to continue to develop forward. That forward momentum I talked about, you're going to just move forward and create more. You know, this full moon in Virgo takes you into a place of happiness and healing because it's what Virgo represents. So you want to explore those things that really help you stay in a place of health and healing and in a natural rhythm so that you're crystal clear. When you feel good, you can be crystal clear about your daily targets. Daily targets are so important, and Virgo governs everything you do day by day. So if you know every morning what your daily targets are, you are more motivated and will move forward much more quickly, right? Now, I also mentioned that full moons always focus on relationships, and that's because the moon is opposite the sun. So it's an opportunity to integrate and bring into harmony anything that's not in harmony. So it's a great time to pay attention to relationships that may need to be healed or brought into harmony, maybe with family members, maybe with friends, things that need clearing up. A great way to understand family members and friends and to go into who they are at a deeper level and put yourself in their shoes, which obviously is really important in any relationship, is to understand their birth code. You know, what are their motivations? What is their natural destiny and purpose? And you can learn all that when you go to that free webinar on blueprintclass.com and find out what your own birth promise is and just enjoy. It's a really fun class, and it's about star codes, it's about astronumerology, and it just teaches you in a fun way how you can apply it to yourself. So go to blueprintclass.com and enjoy this incredible Virgo full moon. It's just so lovely. I really would love to hear how it impacts you, so just leave me a note below. And I'll see you in a couple weeks when we go into the Pisces new moon. Bye-bye for now.